If you had happened to be in the vicinity of my garden one recent Sunday morning at about 2 a.m., though I'm sure you weren't, since I was quite alone at the time, you would have noted that I was disturbed and even distraught. And then the murders began.
I'm not afraid of pain. I'm afraid of who I'll be in that pain. I'm not afraid of being maimed. I'm afraid of who I'll be after I'm maimed. I'm not afraid of being shamed. I'm afraid of who I'll lose after I'm shamed. I'm not afraid of my mind withering and descending. I'm afraid of your love for me ending. I'm not afraid of the darkest night of death. I'm afraid of being forgotten.
I can see in eyes, I can see through your gaze, the bluest sky that holds all the crumbled letters thrown at the door locked from the inside, of eyes that sink into certain depth of sirens. Yo-ho, yo-ho, it's a pirate's life for me. No more love notes that set the depth of the coral reef. I can see freedom wave at the shoreline. I can see freedom wave at the shoreline, as the abyss calculated fits that rip tides between thunder thighs. I can see near lips, I can see in the slight stutter of words that the hurt never left, as the abyss calculated fits that twitch at the sight of dips in the number of ums and sighs between saying, I'm okay, I just can't breathe in the deep anymore. My gills have grown brittle and dry. I'm okay, I just can't thrive in the sea anymore. My tail is turned to legs, and my fins have begun to turn to feet that long to walk on the dry land. Over and over lightning flashes, over and over the horizon clashes. Over and over the rumbling calls, come home, get off at the next port. Over and over lightning flashes, as Poseidon waves his trident. Waves rise like eyebrows at the blue, purple, yellow, and green. Why do hurt people have to be so mean? Waves rise like the eyebrows at the blue, purple, yellow, and green. Why do hurt people have to hurt more? A ship sets off for a voyage. I can see in eyes. I can see through the tides. As the abyss calculated fits, a ship sinks into the blinding light. And here from the shoreline, the sails seem like clouds in the distance, freely melting into the blue sky that holds room for calculated flights to new beginnings, the kind that smooth the seasickness.
So I came today and heard some of y'all perform. I was inspired, as I usually am, but today I felt inspired to write something as you guys were sharing out, just based on the energy you were putting out. So here it goes. And this one came specifically from you, AJ. As soon as you came on, actually as soon as Bunny was introducing you and talking about taking us to a different, realm, different space, every time, I remember the last time I was hearing you perform, that's exactly where it took me. So I didn't take full advantage of that moment, but I did today by writing something, so thank you. Unbelievable is the way that the clouds move. Show me pictures of projections I subconsciously move to. Beauty cascades my being as I experience the waves of other human beings with unique experiences to share. I dare sit in my emotions without deviating through distractions. Addictions tend to grab us and help us sustain our balance. It's a challenge to dance without a partner, but I step best when it's only me that watches. Halloween comes around, it's another excuse to wear a face that's socially acceptable. This time, you can show a different hand than before. There's more to me than the smile I show in the grope of judgmental eyes. Sometimes they're mine. Most times they're mine. In the head of others. I consider you me in another vessel, having a different human experience on a different schedule, with a new purpose but the same, to spread love in your own lane.
The dark doesn't scare me anymore. Darkness doesn't scare me. Blackest dawn, lightning streaked eclipse, on the edge of tomorrow, descending into the wild and crazy forever. The quiet and stillness no longer comforts as it used to. Strangers ever so familiar haunt potential forthcoming directions at the inferno of the crossroads, taking a path uncertain. A satisfied sense of indifference. Call it an emboldened zen. The diminishment of fair play, not fully sanctioned.